Gather round, let me tell you the story of Grubby Locks and the 3 stoves. First, Grubby Locks tried the smokeless viral potbelly, but the comment section was not ready. It's a piece of junk, and it's just too big to fit in my trunk. Next came along the Inferno Pro, but the comment section had something that I should know. It's just too small and has no power. Your batteries will be dead in an hour. Now we have the Smokehouse, and I hope it's just right, but I'm sure they'll let me know in the comments tonight. What is going on? Listen, if you've seen the videos for these 2 stoves right here that I was talking about in the intro, you know that, some stuff came up in the comments and things and feedback. So turns out this one, it's really good. It just seems like it's a little big, like it's just too heavy to be, transportable. Maybe it's working fine at home. And then we went to the little one here. Now, this one is packed a lot of power, came with its own batteries and things, so it's purely portable, maybe too portable. Maybe this one's more of, backpacking or just really light car camping, cooking, something like that, little solo-y kind of deal. Which brings us today to the Moto Smokehouse, a unit that's going to be right in between the sizes of this. Now, similar to these, it is a powered smokeless stove that is going to use biomass sticks. They recommend pellets, things like that. All right, so let's take a look at the outside of this stove first. On the front is the box that is going to run your fans. Now it comes with a USB cord for charging. And yes, I said charging. So this one actually has its own built-in battery. So what they're telling me is at high, this battery is going to run for 9 hours. Which is a lot longer than your chambers are going to run. Your chambers are quoted to run for about 90 minutes. That's all going to depend on, what you have in there for fuel. Even if you're using pellets, it's going to vary, hardwoods versus some softwoods and things like that. All right, so how this one's going to work is right here on the back, there is a little handle that comes off right here, slaps right off, and it's got a little groove in it. So what that's going to be used for is in the top here, there are fuel cylinders. And so the wide part of this fits right over it. You slide it in place and these little cylinders come right out. Now this is a 1-pound cylinder. This one is going to be for, they say light sauteing, simmering, things along those lines. And then you have this one right here, which is a 2-pound container. Something a little bigger. They're going to say full power with this one. Grilling, boiling water, packed full with the right fuel, in the right circumstances, 20,000 BTUs they're claiming on this. Okay, so once these are out, you're left with just the inside of this thing, which is, just a nice combustion chamber. You don't want to put anything directly inside of here. You always want to use your cylinders for that. So, like I mentioned, pellet is probably the primary way I'm going to run it. It can also be run on sticks and local biomass, things like that. So I'm going to fill both of these up with those. And we're going to pop it in here, see if we can get it fired up, see how it looks. All right, so the small one here, like I said, we're going to fill it up with pellet. There's a little fill line in there. Now they say this is going to be 1 pound of pellet. And in the bigger one, I'm going to just put a bunch of wood, some bark that I found off a tree over there. Little piece of wood fell off my fence. Some random scrappy crap that's on the ground over there. All right, to hit those off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of, if you see behind me, my grass is kind of dead. I'm going to throw a chunk of this grass down in there just to kind of give it something to ignite to. Same with this. Throw a little bit of this down in there. And then I'm going to use these little wax cubes I like to use. They're just super cheap, super easy. It's like paraffin wax, something gets it fired up, going right away. Let's start off with this twigs. So like I said, a little handle slides right on the piece right there. It's going to deliver it right to the hole. Slides right back off. Beauty. All right, so that's loaded up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to light it off. And once that just starts to get going, I'm going to turn the fan on. Just on 1 for now. It's starting to get a little crackling up here. We're going to bump it up to 3. Still rolling pretty well in there. See if you can see what's going on here with the back of this pan. Just a little surface right now, not much. All right, well, so while this heats up a second, let's talk about the assembly. You get the tub right here, and then it's gonna come with a little bag. It's got these little feet in it. They just clip into a slot, clip underneath, and then there's a little bracket that goes behind it that clips them into place. Also, you have these stainless steel pan plates. They clip into a hole right here, and then they rotate into position, holds everything sturdy. I mean, these things are on there. You might have a hard time getting them off if you, for some reason, wanted to. And it gives you a good, nice, sturdy place for a pan with plenty of room underneath to, to let it breathe. All right, so here's one of the controversies that's come up over the last week. What kind of stoves are these? Am I wrong calling these rocket stoves? They're furnaces. A lot of people pointed out gasification, TLUD, things like that. Let me know. Is this a rocket stove? What would you call this? Exactly, what's the science behind it? Leave it in the comments. All right, we've been at it about 2 minutes, and we're starting to get that good burn around the edges, little flame kind of on the top. Let's take this probe and let's see what kind of temp we're getting from, like, right above it. It's burning my hand. 6 inches above it. Like 500 degrees right now. From the looks of it, from my experience with using pellet with this, the wood is kind of a lighter fire now. It's burning great, like I said, but it's just not putting out, just not putting out the same kind of fire. Let's throw a pan on top of this and give it a minute or two to heat up. And let's see what kind of power we're getting in the pot. All right, so we're at about another minute and a half, close to 2 minutes with this on there. Let's take a read on what we got coming off the center of this pan. 280, 300, depending on where we're in the pan, 280, 306, 308. So along with probably the small cylinder with pellet, the large cylinder with wood in it is, burning at a lighter temperature. 315, 318, so, it's still coming up a little bit. What I'm going to do is fire this down a little bit, and I'm going to add this canister of pellets. We're going to get this one fired up, and let's see what kind of numbers it puts out still. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Everything over here is sort of hot maybe, right? So I'm going to use the little handle. We're going to pick this one up, pellets, and we're going to put it in there. Get it centered right in there, slides right into place even without that one. And we are going to, again, like I got a little bit of grass and I got a little wax cube in there. And we're going to get that fired up. Put the fan on. Once it gets going a little bit, we'll put the fan on low. And you can see on pellets, this one starts to pick up. This one starts to pick up right away. All right, we're blasting pretty good here, just only at a couple seconds in, so I'm going to take her all the way up to full blast. And you can see I got a lot of wind coming through here right now, and I'm not getting a whole lot of waste right off the edges, anything like that. The tank itself, now we just been firing it up pretty good. Now the little brackets are a little hot, but this tank itself, the box where the fan is, nothing, the bottom, any of the handles, nothing's hot at all. All right, so now that we've had these pellets running a few minutes, let's tuck this probe up under here and see if we can not burn our hand and get a temperature out of there. Up inside of here is closer to 800 degrees this time. Now, mind you, like I said, I have the small pellet pan in there. Let's see what that is translate into up top. 375, 425, something like that. So I imagine the big canister packed full of pellets and running just like this, you're going to get your, 450, 500 degree decent searing temperatures and things like that. But this one is manageable, and you can actually cook, you could boil some water with it, but you could probably still maybe put a griddle on here and make pancakes, French toast, something a little more delicate without just going straight into the heat on it. All right, so we are not finished with this thing on what makes this kind of just right for going camping. So I have one more trick up its sleeve. All right, so along with this unit right here comes this. It's an infrared heater attachment. for this unit. So all you have to do is, once the fire's going, slap this bad boy right on there, and it will take the heat, infrared, transfer off some. And then there's a nice flat spot on the top right here. I could still touch it, I guess, where you could heat up some tea. We'll check it out. Maybe you could, you know, cook something lightly up here, something like that. Once again, this thing goes on with this little attachment. It just slides into position right there, hooks right into the loop. This thing comes up and down. All right, look, we've just been running just a few seconds on this, 30, 45 seconds. And I'm gonna go ahead and take some numbers on it right now. So this piece right here, where all the main heat is coming from, 590, 645, depending on if I'm shining through to the inside, I guess, or on this little screen on the outside. And so let's take a look at the top. Is at 160 degrees and moving up, 167, 180, 176. So, like I said, you could probably keep a kettle warm up here, heat up a kettle. I'm gonna imagine a fresh pot and maybe even this bigger canister with this heater on here. You could probably get well over 1,000 degrees under here and probably, you know, 300 degrees up here. You know, so you could bring a kettle to a boil or something like that along with, I mean, I can tell you right now, it's putting off a beautiful amount of heat up until right about in here. I'm starting to lose the heat a little bit, but the area is still warmer. Oh, downwind here a little bit is really great. All right, great. So you've seen the Moto Smokehouse. You've seen the competition, the Inferno Pro. You've seen the viral Chinese stove in action. If not, I'm going to put those videos up over here, and you should check those out. The links for the videos and my Amazon store, where I do receive a small compensation that actually goes back into buying products, you know, back for the channel. Please take a look at those and let me know in the comments. Based on the medium size and the better weight and the little heater on top, is this the perfect portable biomass rocket stove? What's better? Let me know. Hey, and also stay tuned. Next week, I have a similar stove to these, but the opposite. What does that mean? Check it out. Appreciate y'all.